Right. I just want to make a quick video because I wanted to say I'm good. I'm good. But I was fired and evicted from my home, as some of you know, with no just cause. In a time in my life where I finally have everything where I wanted, and no one can say, "Oh, it was probably your fault." No, actually, this one wasn't. And I can have some of the 85 tenants many of whom are my friends now, validate that for you if you wish, or you can wait until the court case is over. Maybe I'll buy you dinner. No, I intend on actually doing this for others. I don't. My wife, though, she is one of those others. She has been treated like another. Everyone in this building has. But the thing is, everyone in this building, whether they are born here or not, is a citizen of Cambridge. And believe it or not, I finally see the beauty of this place. It is just small enough to realize it is getting too big in the wrong ways without allowing its larger size to actually accommodate the battles it needs to finish fighting. So, when I see people of all different backgrounds, even people with different disabilities and minority groups, being treated like money's more important and I need to turn a blind eye to things, and I say, no, you need to change. This big old corporation, and then the corporation fires you, kicks you out with 7 days on the street. That's the time where you're kind of like, oh, I guess all my old grievances with people not respecting me because I have a struggle or two, those are out the window for now, because guess what? I'm coming for you, Centurion, and I'm letting you even know. That's how confident I have. All of the proof I am that I have all of the proof. I don't need to even throw a single tenant into the light. Nope. Not until they choose to walk in there later when they realize they'll be part of the class action that follows it. Because what you did to me, you probably done to others. Not a good call, but unfortunately, you'll let one rich guy dictate a little bit of power here. You'll probably change that philosophy now and start having guy at the top. Shareholders, you might want to be a little more involved in what this company does, because they have enough cases they've lost. But this one, they fucked with a Newfoundlander who loves people from all over the world, and they fucked with them too. And when I bring that into the light of day, everyone will understand why it was all worth it, I guess. I don't know, I am actually I was doing really well. I finally had a light medication that was like a fucking miracle pill for me for months. Totally good. Yeah, I saw a psychotherapist for a bit. We didn't see each other for a couple months before this. Exercise, yoga, all those things, great sex life, sorry. Great food. My wife's an amazing chef. But honestly, you need to do 7 to 10 different things in repetition to get where I got. So that's why I knew. I was wow, no wonder I didn't figure this out. It was the consistency of it, doing it all in order. But also I was missing something still. I prayed to the universe. I prayed to something that I've never prayed to, for myself especially. And I immediately got this job after I asked for a job where I could stay at home and help the community. I thought I'd be an online social worker, but I don't have the documents. But this was so much better. Just people from everywhere, and stories of Cambridge, which was fucking super cool because I always love this place. But I don't know a bunch of people who are older, Yeah, and with my grandmother having passed, it was just awesome. And I did a great job, and they all know this, and I know this, and some of the middle management of this company knows this. So it's finally at a point in your life where wow, I'm finally found myself in a situation I've been in so many times before, but I can actually prove it because they are the ones going way too far to protect their asses, not me. I got my novel online. They can totally know everything about me because this has nothing to do with how I was. It's how I was as an employee, not who I was 20 years ago. Because some of you still think I'm the same person I was 10 or 20 years ago. Maybe you are. I'm not. Honestly, that's why I'm married to someone that is not either. And that's why I have a stepdaughter who respects me, and I treat her with respect. That's why my relationships with all the people who have never passed judgment on me in such a way that I did not deserve are still in my life. And that's why some of you have been told to get the fuck. But you, Centurion, you are not going to get to fuck out of just my life and my wife's. I'm going to run you out of town in the traditional sense. I'm going to keep coming at you with the truth until everyone on bottom level management is going to fucking throw you under the bus the way you would do them. And it was not very hard to convince them. Or it will not be, I should say, because they're people just like me. And you put them in a position where they had to be, well, do I have humanity or do I have food? Fuck that. Because when you show up in your fancy sports car to give me 5 seconds of your time to fire me without even listening to my begging and pleading for you at least let my family to still live there, well, I would just leave. When you do that and drive a person to consider that if I kill myself in this moment, maybe they will not be able to get away with this, doing this to my wife, and the police know this, and I have video evidence of this because I left fucking videos. When I get better and my friends are like, are you okay? It's like, yeah, no, I'm good, but Yeah, it was a rough one, you know, but I've been through a lot of rough times, and like sometimes when you in your life you don't have time you don't have time, but even during the pandemic to talk to me for a year, I actually like still get through things. I'm okay. But also I just want to say to all the people who have helped me in this life, thank you, and especially to my neighbors at Woodside, you guys, you changed me long before this happened to me, and I was able to realize through this happening to me as a result of your kindness and your truth. You changed me into a person who's not a judgmental prick. I don't judge anybody anymore. I learned to love everyone, at least in the traditional sense, not a weird sense. I appreciate everyone in the community, and I appreciate this building. I fell in love with this physical building. 1974, man, it's pretty cool. 1990, would have been inauguration, right? But the blueprints and shit, like I don't know. I just think it's super cool. I think it's fucking cool. 1974, I think Holman starts, and then by 91, there was a murder in this building. This gentleman, Mr. Walker, he was involved in some things that were dangerous, but he knew he was going to be killed, and they found his body on my birthday, and I found that out in an article. And then, like a year later, I was sitting on this couch, by the way, when I found that out. Then a year later, when I prayed for a job where I could stay home, get my community, the guy downstairs from me, the landlord, who I know exactly who he is. He just immediately opened up to me and told me that he was leaving, but you didn't tell anybody he was leaving because you didn't really, I don't know, you didn't connect with the folks. But you know what? He helped me get the job. Because one day he saw me walk up to this fucking douchebag in a little fucking driving his parents' car, blasting music so loud that my poor old lady, who was like an old dog, like is like can't even walk past. So I just told him to fucking turn it off or down, and he did. Just so happens that week I became a landlord. Just so happens I didn't shit the bed. Just so happens everyone who has seen me work this job will know and will validate that fact. So please don't take Centurion's side on any level. And Centurion, if you work for this company, you should understand. You can reach out to me. You can be a whistleblower. I will protect you. Nobody wants to do this. But a lot of my educated friends even will say, that's just the way the world is. You'll be up against a big fight. Are these reasons is this how we got to this point in history, like innovation wise? Is this how we got out of the dark ages? By saying, well, that's just the way the dark ages are. Guys, have some fucking courage. It's COVID. Be a fucking human being and be a Canadian. Think about yourselves, but think about your neighbors. The amount of you who have expressed to me, justifiably so, you don't have any more justification to be selfish. Because if you have enough time to be online, telling me that you have enough time, no time to not be selfish, go fucking get off Facebook telling everyone that you're virtuous and go be virtuous. And that's not to anyone in particular. I'm just saying, guys, girls, everyone. This is nothing to do with me. There's folks all over this planet and folks all over this city that need your help. And if you have enough time to make long Facebook posts and to spend time, enjoying small things, then you have time to pitch in and help. Take a cause up, please. But please, to the people who freaking took the time to call me, who were a little worried maybe, well, thank you. To those of you who gossip behind my back to tell other people to tell me that you were worried by chastising me for bothering you in the first place, don't worry, I took care of you. I did not feel ashamed. I felt that you would need some time, but you're out of my life until you apologize. Yeah, fuck that. But Torio, you're never coming back into this city when I get rid of you. I know this. I will find your competition. I think this is what I will do. People who want to run ethical businesses probably have by now started to undercut you guys, because believe it or not, it's actually more sustainable both to the buildings physically themselves, the company itself, the shareholders themselves, and the residents, that we all think of one another. You know what it's like? It's like almost like an ecosystem. But I guess lawyers and business folks who don't have ethics, I guess they don't need ecosystems, eh? You don't need, you certainly don't mind pumping oil out of the middle of the world until it's dead or fucking up the environment, right? So why would you care about a bunch of losers at Woodside, eh? Well, let me tell you this, and I got 40 seconds left. 10-minute videos. Everyone I've encountered in this building deserves respect, humanity, and the same unalienable rights. I don't even care if I used to look down on those type of people, whichever ones we're thinking of, because the truth is I have changed into a better person because these people are all good enough people to show me that none of us is above anybody else's law and order right for dignity. I love that Bob Dylan song. I think we'll go listen to it. I have 4 seconds. Love you, Jack. Love you, everyone in my life.